Cowes Week 2023 got off to a thrilling start on day one with sparkling sunshine and winds gusting well over 20 knots from the southwest. It was the Cape 31 class, the relatively new and extremely popular 24-strong International One Design fleet, that stole the show with a spectacular downwind start off the Royal Yacht Squadron line out to the east. This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water. August 4th, 2023. In Super Zero, Wind Whisper skippered by Pablo Arrarte came out on top on corrected time after beating fellow VO65 Team Yar Yoo into Cherbourg by around 25 minutes. Subsequently, however, class victory for Wind Whisper slipped through the VO65 team's fingers when the jury for the Rolex Fastnet Race imposed a 5% time penalty on the Polish team. Even before he was aware of his IRC Super Zero victory, Clark Murphy was delighted with his ride on Team Yar Yoo, having chartered the boat for the race and with some seasoned professionals on board as well as 3 of his children.
This is beyond a dream and beyond a goal.
Basically the mentality has been fun first, right? And then competition second. And overarchingly in this race, fun wins overall.
I mean, my heart's been racing from start to finish, and it still is, and I'm not sure if it'll stop. I mean, that first wave coming out of the Solent, we were just pounding into the waves nonstop.
We have prepared for this. So regardless of the conditions, we knew what we were signed up for, and it brought out the best in everyone, and it brought us closer together as a team, and it paid off in the end for us.
So Pablo 65 wants heavy weather and big weather and fast, and it was unbelievable, and we are stacked to be second place. Crazy.
Team Yar Yoo coming in on starboard, tacking right on the line. You wouldn't want to be any closer than that. They were meters back. And as soon as you see the breeze in, if you're sailing on those boats, you know you're going to be in for a good ride.
And we went for it, and we came out of the Solent hard and heavy.
This was a fire hose, just coming at you, but we were flying.
There's something that happens when you are off watch. You come up on watch, and all of a sudden you see the rock like 20 meters away from you. It's impressive.
And then the second thing is the people. You can't beat the people. That's what makes a boat like that. That's what makes a race. That's what makes it fun. And that's what we're here for. We're here to be together, and that is the defining moment. To be surrounded by our mentors and these sailors that I've looked up to and who've been with Dad forever.
And it was an experience of a lifetime. It was the perfect boat for the perfect weather, for the perfect Fastnet. And it was unbelievable. And we're so lucky to have experienced it as a family together.
If you do Fastnet and you have a good time, there's nothing better. That's why you do the race.
We are Sailing Only Media. Please subscribe, share, like, and check the alerts bell. The outcome of IRC2 in the Rolex Fastnet race hung in the balance until the very end, but it was Jockey who came through to win at the end, as the fleet arrived in a wet, wild, and windy Cherbourg early on Thursday morning. For the duo racing Jockey, a bright blue JPK 1030, this was their first Rolex Fastnet race. But seeing as skipper Thomas Bonnier and his co-pilot David Prono are both veterans of the Mini Transat, their victory is not so surprising.
You are the winners of the division, IRC2.
Oh yes, it's official?
Not official, but let's...
Oh yes.
I think yes, the start in the Solent and in the Needles. It was very rough conditions. It's a very beautiful place, but with very rough conditions. So that was really the biggest memory of this race. And of course, the Fastnet Rock. It's incredible, and it was just sunny, light wind, so we had a lot of time to enjoy. It's an incredible race, so many boats. A surprise for us first to get this first place. It was not expected. It was really hard. Honestly, it was hard because we were prepared for the start because we knew it was going to be very rough conditions, so we were prepared. We got really rough conditions, maybe more than what we expected. It was really tough race, definitely.
Here you are, wet and tired, and other people are asking, why do you do this sport?
I don't know what to answer to this question. Sometimes we even ask ourselves during the race, why are we doing this sport? No, but it's just because I think I don't know.
It's a crazy sport.
Yes.
We need wind. Too much wind is too much, and when there is no wind, it's not possible.
So why do you do it?
Because it's difficult.
One of the strongest competitions within the Royal Ocean Racing Club's 50th Rolex Fastnet race was in the ever-swelling ranks of IRC two-handed, mostly populated from IRC2 and IRC3. This has steadily grown since it was first introduced in 2005. This year it was up to a record 96, a leap from the 64 that raced in pre-pandemic 2019. Ultimately in IRC two-handed, Romain Gibbon and Alban Mesnal, on Les Petits Dudas en duo prevailed, also winning IRC3 in the process.
We are so happy. I mean, it was really a tough race. Strong winds, light winds, many strategic options. It was so interesting, and we are so happy to succeed. And a great achievement. That's the feeling. When we were kids, we were fighting each other as competitors, and then starting to sail together when we were, I think, maybe 18 or and doing some race together for a long time. We did 5 Tour de France à la voile together. Yeah. So we know each other for 40 years, and we sail for 40 years so together. We thought, okay, during the first night, we know we would have very bad weather, so we thought we don't want to be ahead on the second day. We just want to be somewhere at the front, but with the boat still intact and ourselves still intact. We thought from the day 2 we start the race. We really start racing then. It's a very good level. I mean, we were expecting to be in the first 10, but we are not expecting to win. We know the level was very hard, and it's always a fight. Until this morning, we had some competitors very close by us, and so it's we have to keep going until the end. It's great.
Hey! Thank you.
With a forecast indicating a good chance of getting back on the water on day 3 of Cows Week following yesterday's abandonment of all racing, there was an air of excitement in Cows. Even the miserable early morning drizzle failed to dampen the spirits of competitors, and it was a relief it all went to plan on the racecourse, particularly as it was in the presence of Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, who was on the water watching the racing on Royal Navy Day and Charity Day. Back on shore, competitors and visitors were treated to a parade of the band of His Majesty's Royal Marines, who marched through the town to the Royal Yacht Squadron. The west-southwesterly airflow, although significantly less than yesterday's blowout, was still hitting 20-plus knots, which made for another exciting day. After only 16 races in the Typhoon 29 UK Open Championships on the final day, the ultimate female winners were Laura Hamilton and Carolina Zager of the USA. UK Olympic coach John Emmett caught up with the girls after the final race.
So, female champions of the UK 29er Nationals, I can only apologise for the British weather, but good work. Introduce yourselves, tell us where you come from and about your week.
I'm Laura Hamilton, I'm from Miami, Florida. Our week's been pretty good. The weather's been nice some days, other days, not so much.
But it's got to be rainy on the pack-up day.
Yeah, it has to be.
And I'm assuming crew?
Yes, I'm the crew. Hi, I'm Carolina Zager. I'm from Miami, Florida as well. And yeah, it's been a bit tough some days, especially with the wind. And since we're from Miami, we're not too used to the cold, but
I have raced in Miami, and it's a bit different.
Much different, yeah.
Miami Olympic classes and all that. Mm-hmm. How did you two get together? Because I know Coconut Grove Sailing Club very well. You same sailing club, grow up together?
Not really.
I like that bit. That was in stereo.
Yeah. So I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale, which is a couple. It's like 30 minutes north. But she grew up sailing Opties further south than me. Yeah. But we ended up meeting through like the same organization, like 29er. And then after that, we just kind of got paired up together. And then ever since, we've been sailing together.
So how long have you been a team?
For 3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years this summer, yeah.
So because the pandemic, it was a bit of a nightmare. I guess you haven't had as many championships as you would like.
Yeah.
What did you think of this as a warm-up for the Worlds?
Pretty good warm-up. We got used to the venue and our speed's pretty good. We understand the geography pretty well of the course. So I think we're pretty set up for Worlds.
And it's great to warm up on boat handling and things like that. So.
And it's quite long days. I always say this for a crew, but it's quite long days for
my
a crew.
back's killing me right now.
So I guess you have 3 days off now before the Worlds. Do you have a cunning plan?
Just about, yeah.
Do you do the practice race? Is this or has it got enough coming up?
I think we'll join in for the practice.
Probably.
Yeah.
This sounds like a conversation you haven't had yet.
We haven't had that yet.
No, we haven't had it yet.
Okay, and British social. What have you thought about all the stuff going on? I did enjoy the fancy dress this morning. Were you expecting that?
I thought some people were going to go all out, but it seems like at least 95% of people went all out.
Yeah,
so
we weren't exactly prepared.
It was pretty funny to see on the water all the costumes. So.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't even know how some people could see in their costumes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because before it was very hard to identify from a coach boat because you were all orange. Today,
yeah.
you had a rainbow. What was your dress? We're going to put this in the video.
To be honest, we didn't really dress up. We were kind of lame. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. My friend brought like Hawaiian leis, but
so yeah, we dressed up Hawaiian for a couple minutes, but
minutes.
If you come back next year, I'm expecting
we'll
big.
be definitely
prepared.
I think we're gonna do wigs, full layout
makeup,
costume.
everything.
Well, I don't know exactly, but you've probably got about a year to prepare.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, wishing you very best of luck
Thank
for
you.
Worlds, and I'm sure you just want to get out the rain now.
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
The third day of the 26th Rhodos Cup sailing week unfolded as scheduled, with the race taking place from Niceros to Simi. The weather conditions during this race proved to be challenging, with low weather and fluctuating winds. As a result, the sailors faced a highly technical race, requiring them to showcase their utmost skills and expertise. Undeterred by the demanding conditions, all the participants gave their best, pushing themselves and their vessels to the limits.
We hope to have enough wind, fair wind to go to Simi, and will be another great day.
Σήμερα ο αγώνας είναι από Νήσιρο προς Σίμι με χαμηλή ένταση αέρα.
This is a teamwork. The team must be very good and very good connection and good operate for all possibilities.
After an excellent second day of racing at the 41st Copa del Rey Mapfre, 3 teams remain unbeaten. Jose Maria Messigas, Pesder Brill Crew, lead the Club Swan 42 class. Tetro Soho CaixaBank is dominating Majorica, ORC Class 2, and in the Herbalife J70 fleet, which started with 3 races today, the RCNP's Patakin, skippered by Luis Albert Solana, won all 3 races.
We're here because it's an amazing place to sail.
Una regata de referencia en todo el Mediterráneo.
Vento, divertimento e speriamo di andare forti.
Really friendly environment to race in, so it's really exciting to be here.
Siamo contenti di divertirci sia in acqua che a terra in questa splendida location.
Que depende de muchísimos factores y en un sitio como la Bahía de Palma. La culminación de un equipo de regatas es ganar la Copa del Rey, ¿no?
The 26th Rhodes Cup sailing week came to a close with the final scheduled race from Simi to Rhodes. The sailors had a delightful experience on the water, with a steady 4 to 5 Beaufort wind supporting their journey. Upon reaching Rhodes, the boats found hospitality at the Rodos Marina, a significant sponsor of this exciting sporting event.
When I sail, I feel alive. That makes me exciting for me. The whole racing experience was perfect, amazing time we had.
Yeah, it was a very super experience for me because I understand how good is the teamwork in the sail. So I learned a lot of things in our sailboat. Let's go for it.
"205 entries, numbering 410 sailors, from 25 countries, made their way to the British Olympic venue to sail the high-performance 29 World Championships. Australians Ben Crawford and Jacob Marks held onto their lead into Day 4 and the first day of finals racing. With 2 more race wins and a 6th, they lead by only 2 points.
We choose the 29er because it's a fast boat and it's really fun to sail in 29er class and in the competition.
What I most like about the 29er is the speed and the adrenaline and how the boat handling can be a bit sketchy at times, but once you kind of get on the same page, it's really smooth and quite satisfying.
I'm just really looking forward to some final series racing this week. Should be really tight and really close and good fun.
constantly changing, but I think it's what makes it fun. Speed is your friend. It's very changeable out there.
Today was difficult, it was choppy, but it was a lot of fun, yeah.